what can people expect this season? What can you share as far as the antics and relationships? I think people just are in love with all three of you.
Oh.
Aww.
And we're in love with them.
Your words have never been spoken.
Hanako, we'll start with you.
Sure. I was just going to say, I feel like Violet, you're going to see her come back into the hemisphere of Hakami again and see how she navigates that and how those guys move forward together. And you're going to have to see her take on a really, really, really big challenge early on in the season and see how her family supports her throughout that. And I think that's going to be very surprising and exciting. And it's going to be a really intense storyline that I think everyone's going to sink their teeth into. So that's Violet.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Daniel, we haven't had the pleasure of chatting with you yet, so we'll go with you next. What can we expect from your character? I mean, it's been fun watching you navigate the tunnels of a relationship and building relationships with your two scene partners here. What excites you the most about the upcoming season?
I think we do get to have more moments coming up between the three of us specifically that I'm really excited to share with the fans. We see, I think, a significant deepening of their relationship and their friendship and the ways in which they can support and be there for one another. And I think Ritter is a big part of that, I think, for Gallo and Violet, as well as vice versa. And that's something that's really special to me because that's a kind of relationship I don't know that we readily celebrate as much as we do the romantic ones.
Sure.
And I think that, having, that kind of friendship and love expressed and explored on our show is something that's actually really powerful, especially in high stakes situations that we find ourselves in. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be, I think, a significant part of what we get to see with Ritter. And then, there'll be some fun, romantic things popping up.
Good. We need more of that. If the writers watch this, we need, absolutely. Well, we'll wrap here.
I agree with you. I'll say that.
That was actually a question I asked the last time is how does that work? But I digress. Alberto, we'll just wrap with you. Again, I can't imagine this show without the three of you. Your character has been through a lot. He's been challenged. What are you most excited about for the fans to catch this time around?
First, I'm excited to have them see us just deepen our friendship and be there for each other in different ways through the various shenanigans and such that we get through. I mean, those are some of the funnest scenes we have to shoot. We tend to learn a lot of information when we do. So for me, I like reading them a lot too. Like seeing when the three of us are on the page, I'm like, ooh, I kind of lean forward a bit. In terms of just Gallo, I don't know, man. He's a little bit of a wild card, He learns, I think, pretty quickly, and he grows pretty quickly. But at the same time, he's still a young kind of hotshot firefighter. So he gets into dangerous situations, and hopefully we'll get out, right? He romantically, he's a little all over the place and can really use the guidance of his two best friends. So he does get into some sticky situations where he kind of has to, they get a little messy. And so I'm hoping that continues. Like we said before, we all really enjoy playing the spectrum, the comedy elements that we get to have, and then the dramatic elements and everything in between. So I hope I just keep getting to play those notes.
Wonderful. Well, thank you all so much for your time. You guys are the best.
Thank you.
Thanks.